This is the Iron Trader, and this is midday trading. Today we're going to take a look here at natural gas. Look like it might possibly have bottomed here. So let's just take a little peek ski on all different kind of time frames, see what she looks like. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, buy ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have natural gas, your daily chart. Now I know everybody likes to trade the old natural gas. So I figured, let's get that midday trading. Let's just take a little peek ski what she's doing. Now I'll have more for you later here today about 5 o'clock on crude oil and natural gas, and we'll review it a little bit more in detail. But let's just take a peek and see what she's doing here at midday. All right, I can see what we had yesterday. You had a low of 1.52. Now that was actually the bottom, and we put a nice big green candle. And where did it go? Right into that 8 SMA here. Okay. So I've been pointing out this 8 SMA here, very, very key. We had this contract roll, and basically it sold right, came right on down here to the level. And a big reason that it sold all the way off here was because of those 13 pipelines that the Biden administration wants to basically not put on hold here, rethink about selling it. And bottom line, remember, this is election year. They're going to try to please everybody. Okay, so the climate people, this people, that people. So always remember, election year is not really what it seems to be. Okay, so that's where this thing just fell right off the old map here. Okay, so now again, that is in the House. They're going to vote on that to overturn his decision and get these pipelines and get that natural gas turned into LNG and start shipping it out here again. And I believe that it will pass here. But what I kept on saying here, as this is selling down, okay, just watch. Remember, natural gas is not called the widowmaker for nothing. You can have a rip your face off rally. And what do we have yesterday? Rip your face off rally. Now, it was really good trading yesterday. I traded that cold, KOLD, and that was really good. I got 4.5 points on that. And then I turned around and scalped the UNG and got a point off of that. So that was really good trading. I sold it at the end of the day because the 8-day is right there. I don't like really holding natural gas overnight. Now, today so far, I retook the trade. I made 70 cents the first trade on UNG. And so far, I'm still holding it here. I am 16.15 out the door on UNG. And right now, it's sitting at 16.46. So I got that trade on also here right now. So we'll see how that all shakes out. Now, the key to this here on the downside is just watch this 8 SMA. This needs to hold on a closing basis, 1.693. Okay, if that is lost here, then we can just follow these candles. 1.66 here, you have 1.57, and your big retail retest here is 1.52. That is going to be key. Now, on the upside, we have today's high at 1.79. Which is basically, if you bring that right across here, you have 1.786. We have 1.86, 1.88. We have, what do we have? 1.99, 2.04. We have, 210, 212. And then realistically, this is the candle that we're looking for here is 2.16. But before we hit that, we have a nice 21 SMA here, sitting right there, and that will be the next target. If this keeps rallying up here, will be this key level here at 2.018. If we can get above and close above that, then our next target is going to be this 2.16. Above that, what we have here is you have 2.23, we have 2.27, 2.29. Then we'll come to the bottom of this candle. You have 2.31, 2.32, and then we can come over here. We have 2.38. We have 2.40, and then this is the big gap fill here at 2.42. But again, you need to hold this key 8 SMA here, and you need to close back above the 21-day. So as the price rises up here, we got to see when it hits that, what it's going to do. Could be very well say, hey, it blows right through that, blows through this gap, and hits right into this 50 SMA here. We don't know that right yet. But yesterday, the short just got squeezed, and she went right in that 8 SMA here. Now, your RSI here, well, let's just say you look like you're positive. We had a negative divergence. You have a low here, a low, an even lower low here, but a higher low there. So you had a positive divergence. It was kind of weak here because of this contract roll, kind of threw it out of balance here. But actually, it doesn't look too bad right now. Now, your MACD, Your green is about to close over your red. If it does, that's very, very bullish. That gives you a scenario like this where it takes the price rate on up here. See how that price rate rose right on up? But we have to see. So again, today you want to watch that 8 SMA here on a closing basis. That is key. And then we can just follow the candles up until we hit that 21 SMA at 2.018. Okay, let's look at here at a hourly and a 4 hour. Okay, we have your 4 hour chart here. You can just see how it's stair step, stair step. Now, I've always been pointing out this 8 SMA here. Now, look here, how many days, okay, where it just couldn't get through that 8 day. And then when it pops through, it went right into that 21 SMA. See that? Okay, so I always said you got to close back above not only the 8, but that 21 day to make a difference. And yesterday she did that. Now, your 8 day is crossed above the 21 day and your 50 day. And looking very, very good here. Okay, so bottom line is this. On the downside, watch that 8 SMA here. That's that 1.68. You have your 50-day rate below that 1.66. And then we have your 21-day below that right there at 1.68. Your big retest here is 1.52. But when we looked at this chart here yesterday, you could see the selling, but this here just looked like a difference. And now we have that reversal candle where we put in nice higher lows here. And now she wants to rally up. So what we want to do is watch that 1.792. If we can break above, then we can do it just basically, you just stair step this just as this was stair stepping down. Now we can do it just stair step it right back up here. Okay. Okay. And that will be your resistant level. So we just come to this price channel, all the way on up here. Okay. Until you can just find yourself all the way back up to 2.10. Okay. Let's take a look at just a mixture of charts here. All right, here we have natty gas. We have a tick chart here. We have a 1, a 5, and we have a 15-minute chart here. So if you're scalp trading, this is the way you want to, this is how you want to get your chart set up here, where you can see here you had the 1.52, and then we have a nice series of higher lows. See how this is? And now look at that 21 day. See, it's holding it very, very nicely. So you have to get above that price channel. That's at 1.792. Then we can actually go higher here. Now, it's the same way here on your 1 minute chart. Now, these charts, again, move pretty fast here. So, again, when you have that nice series of higher lows here, you can see exactly where everything went. Now, when you first traded it here, see how this, where you had a nice double top situation, it came right on down here and it gave you a nice opportunity here when that market here was tradable at 7 p.m. here. So, yes, what we did is we had a low here, basically 1.723, and then we had the retest at 1.724. That was my opportunity where I took the long, okay, on the trade. Okay, I got my 70 cents. Boom, I'm out of the UNG. Never get greedy. You can always buy it back up again, which again, I am back in the trade here, okay? So when you have a chart like this and you see a low here, you never buy that first thing. Let it run up here and let it retest. When if you put in a higher low, that gives you that says to you, you got to get long here, and then you just ride it all the way up. Even though it came down, see, that's another higher low, and then she just rolled right on up here very, very nicely here. So always put these kind of a charts, you know, if you're trading or if you're scalp trading, if you're going to be, say, I'm a longer term trading, you can use an hourly in a 4 hour chart, or, you know, obviously, but you always want to look at a daily, a weekly, and a monthly, give you a bigger kind of a vision on what's going on here. Now, on your 5 minute chart here, well, it's pretty much the same scenario. This is here where we had that big run up, and then we just ran all the way up. Now, the key is going to be that 1.792. If you can crack above that, then we can take this bad boy higher. But always look for charts like this, okay, where you see a low, and then we have a higher low, and then that tells you you're going to buy it. Don't buy it here, because that's always going to go up and it's always going to retest. Okay, 99% of the time, you want to buy that retest if it holds, which obviously it did. And that gives you a good idea here. So I can just take this bad boy here long. Okay, so we got to see how it's all going to shake out today, but just watch that daily chart. You really need to hold that key 8 SMA here. That is going to be the key. Now, again, if you want to stretch out a little bit, you can take a 15-minute here, because you can see where a tick chart, they trade pretty fast here. So you always want to just put a tick, a 1, a 5, a 15, whatever you feel comfortable with buying, that's what you want to trade at, okay? All right, that's what I got for you today on Natty Gas. I'll be back later today, though, about 5 o'clock, and we will review crude oil and natural gas again. All right. Thanks for watching.